Hey everybody, beau-hindman back with a video. Today I'm going to be covering this kind of a quick unboxing of each. Well, it's not going to be a quick video because I've got to do each of these, but let's take a look at each one. Recently a site had a sale, 10 bucks for each of these, and there's several more available still on there. So first we're going to look at this Inferno one. I'm going to take them out of the box and show you everything good about them. These are older figures, so maybe that's why they're on sale, but as many of you know, they're just really well done. So here we go, up close and personal. I love the feel of this. You can hear that. It's like a matte finish plastic. The joints are really nice and tight. His head's cool looking. Again, I have no idea what this character is, but he sure is moldable and posable and all that good stuff. Even his joints though, oh man, look at that. Wow. I mean, I guess for a new joint that's pretty, I'm afraid to bend that. For a new joint it's going to be a little tight, but that's a little bit too tight. I'm afraid that would snap. There it goes. Wow, that's really tight. Oh, he's even got little toe crunches or whatever you call it. But let's just put him in a couple poses real fast. Okay, you've got this kind of, I don't know, he's screaming out in pain, I guess, something like that. And you've got him looking like he can recline a little bit. That's about as spread out as he gets. Then it comes with a cool little stand you can put him on. Let's see how that works. I mean, that's cool. Just the silhouette is really cool. This suit is even really slim, but it doesn't look, you know, too tight. I'm not a big gun person. I don't use a lot of guns. And as I said, these guns don't look very good. Toss those to the side. This weapon's unusual. Probably won't use it. Toss it. So, cool looking figure. Move on to the next one. Next, we're going to be looking at A.I.M. Still, again, have no idea what that means. If any of you know, let me know in the comments there. But it's a cool looking figure as far as the armor and all that kind of stuff. But it's a bit rough. Overall, from a distance, you know, the details really work out nicely. He does this crunchy thing, but these pistons actually don't work. Still not really sure why you'd want your spine exposed like that, but whatever. Toe crunches don't look nearly as cool as this guy's here. His are much more smooth looking. They kind of match. He has this cool weapon. I guess it's their axe they use in the game, you know, or their pickaxe to chop and break stuff. But again, who cares? We got a couple guns. Decent looking, but again, who cares? Golly. Let's put him in a couple poses real quick. Here he is sitting down. Here he's kind of leaning back. This is strange. I noticed this little kind of split here in the leg. I guess that's a seam line basically, but it doesn't bother me too much. But you know, the wrists and everything move pretty well. That's about as splitterific as he gets. So standing on the stand, probably the best he looks. These stands are brilliant. I'm so happy they do these. They even have a little Fortnite logo on it. That's a fantastic looking figure too. So next one. Next here is hybrid. I guess that means he's a hybrid man and lizard. Ooh, that one is awesome. I need to get him. I don't know. This one might be my favorite so far. Although his scales are not very weathered or anything, or they're not very, you know, highlighted from a distance, it looks really cool. Oh man, that would be awesome if his mouth opened, but again, for the price, you know, it's not gonna probably have that many details. But let's take a look, put him in a few poses and see what he looks like. So you're not gonna be able to do much with the head, but whatever. I'm gonna put this backpack on, which looks really cool. Actually, it's probably one of my favorite backpacks. It's got that little, I forget what that style is called. It actually kind of goes in there pretty easily. This is a problem though. You have this tail that really can't go anywhere. So he's easily the one who can do the splits the widest, I guess because he's got no skirt armor or anything like that. So that's kind of an interesting thing. But again, you have this thing in the way. So he's got this axe weapon, this gun. Actually, it's not a bad, it's one of the better looking guns. Detail wise, it's one of the better looking guns. Just standing there in a basic pose, you know, just, I mean, he looks great. This is probably the best one so far. The color scheme is really good. It really matches really well. But I wish this had been just a solid piece with maybe even just a joint right there so you can kind of move it around. But it's just kind of floppy as it is right now. So then we've got this one who looks just ridiculous. The weapons, everything about him. Beastmode RHINO. I have no idea what that means. It's just, it's probably my favorite now. I don't know. Something about the blue and the black works great. The head doesn't seem to do anything. I like that he's got his little exhaust pipes here on his back, and his backpack is like a motor. The backpacks are a little bit disappointing because their paint job is not really always that great, but also they don't always really fit well, but you can of course trim it down and get it to fit better than that. He's got this skirt arm here that's probably gonna make it difficult to do much with him, but he's got the toes. Yes, he's got the toes. This guy, I don't know, man. This is really cool too. Let's take a look at his weapons though. I mean, this is a cool pick, probably the best pickaxe thing. It reminds me of Reinhardt from Overwatch. Then he's got this, I think it's a rocket launcher. Really cool, but where are the rockets at? I noticed he didn't have the rockets with him. That would be cool if he had little rockets to slide in there. So yeah, as I thought, the legs really won't go out that far because of the skirt armor. There's no way to really move it, but again, you're not going to be putting guys in these figures in splits too much, I don't think. There's nothing really you can do with that other than stand them up like that. Let's try something else. So he can kind of sit, but what's funny is this arm doesn't seem to want to go as far back as the run on his left there. This is great. All of these can really, they've got that double knee joint that has become so popular in recent years. They can go really far back. I only wish that maybe you could take off this helmet and unveil something underneath. I don't think it's possible, but that's small price to pay for the cool paint job here. So on his stand, he looks fantastic, like all of them. Got to really work with some of these parts to get them to kind of go together. Like this arm right now is refusing to go down because I think I have it done wrong or something. So I'm gonna have to mess with that. I don't want to snap it off. Fantastic looking character. Just look at that. Awesome. Here's Ragnarok, the next one, which this is the first one I saw. I thought, man, that is a cool looking figure. This one probably would be my favorite, I think, just because of the details. I like the clear stuff, but there's some parts like the flesh here that just looks a little weak. Some of the rest of it though is really nice looking. It would have been nice to see a little wash in there, but what can you expect for the price or whatever, but still not bad at all. He comes with this cape, which is cool, instead of a backpack. The problem though is getting that into the backpack hole back here was so tight, I really couldn't even get it in there. So, I mean, it barely goes in there, so I really have to, I don't know, maybe I can shave that just a bit with the razor there, just pop it in there, because the back, or the cape is gonna look really nice on it. Got a cool shotgun, but not cool enough. I see a lot of people talk about this pickaxe, again, pretty cool with the clear blue. Maybe I'll use these things on something, I don't know, but with that bright chrome there that's not even weathered at all, not really cool. Let's put him in a couple positions real fast. This is pretty interesting. His arms can actually go up pretty high. This armor here is pretty movable. Here he is relaxing. I guess the legs go back really nice and far. That's really cool. So that's Ragnarok. Really cool. He's probably my favorite, even though there's some weak parts there. The blue looks good. This looks a little too brushed on and not very, I don't know, I should have taken a little more time on that. There's, you know, when you do these plain white areas like these bones here, there's, you know, it can really stick out, but really cool looking figure. Then I grabbed this Borderlands character because I really liked her in the game. Lilith, I believe she's the one with superpowers or whatever. Lilith is a cool character in the game. I can't remember what happens to her. I haven't finished the game completely, but really cool figure. I mean, she's a little slight, so I'm a little bit scared of moving her arms and stuff too much, but they do feel pretty sturdy. Oh wow, dang, look at that, it even goes there. So that's the, you know, the waist rotation is underneath there. That's funny. I wanted to show her in comparison to these characters, which is another line of video game characters that I got for really cheap. And I like the matte finish. They just look like they come from the same universe. They don't. So these would look cool together, you know, posed, kicking butt or whatever, including this big dude here. So she can't do much. She's kind of stuck. Her legs are kind of stuck as far as, there really is there's a little give there, but not too much, so I'm not going to mess with that a lot. Her arms, again, they're just so fragile compared to the Fortnite characters, which is fine. You know, she's just got thinner arms and stuff, and you want that because you can see all the little detail and stuff, but not super duper posable. Luckily, I don't like to do crazy poses and stuff. I just like to kind of hang them out like that because they just look so cool, like they're just standing there in a video game selection screen or something. Once again, brilliant job on the stands. It's just such a simple thing to do that if more toy companies did that, you would have, you know, you can just do that. There's no messing around with stuff. If you want to stand them on their own, you can, but I love that you can just do that. And also they're pretty small. Usually they have a pretty thin, and they're not too huge, and they're also black, so when you put them on their shelves, they're not super obtrusive, or they don't really stick out. You can just go pop them down, and you don't have to worry about them falling down as well when you bump into the shelf. So Lilith from Borderlands. For $10, definitely worth it. The Fortnite characters, let's just say this, were much more of a better deal. Man, she does look really, really cool. That is a cool looking figure. So there you go. I've got these 6. I'm thinking my favorite, well, I don't know. It's probably this guy. I've got to get his arm down, but I just love that blue armor. It's just kind of goofy looking, but they all do have a really, really nice look. They all match. They look like they're from the same universe. Kind of wish I would have got more of them now, especially since they're on sale. I can see why people get addicted to buying these more so than the Marvel characters. Check it out. I got some Fortnite characters finally. I'm not a player of the game. Maybe I'll start playing the game so I can see what these are in the game. Have a good day, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.